You now have all the tools you need to build your own Facebook business page, create great posts for it, and engage your followers with organic and paid content. But now it's time to learn from the best. Following and drawing inspiration from the best business pages on Facebook, it's just smart, especially if this is your first foray into social media marketing. There are so many businesses and brands doing an amazing job with different aspects of Facebook marketing, and following their example will only help you continue to grow and improve your own page. If you try out something that you've seen on another brand page, just make sure you're keeping it relevant to your business and your audience, or it could fall flat. And of course, always watch your Facebook Insights to see how these new posts or ideas go down with your followers, because that's what really matters in the end. Let's look at some successful brands and businesses on Facebook and check out examples of their best work. If you think you can learn something from these brands or any others, make sure to follow them on Facebook so you continue to see their posts and spark new ideas. Camelback is an outdoorsy brand that sells hydration packs, those backpack type things that you see hikers and cyclists wearing so they can drink water hands-free. They're a great example of the truly impressive Facebook marketing that a lot of outdoor sportswear athletic brands are currently doing. These types of brands often aim for aspirational posts, since most of us who are trying to get off the sofa and outside, or just on the treadmill, are aspiring to do better and do more, and can be inspired and motivated by images of others doing just that. Even if you're not a sportswear company, there's wisdom in that for all brands to aim for the root of why your customers might choose to purchase a product or subscribe to your services, as opposed to just focusing on the product or service itself. Camelback posts plenty of beautiful, eye-catching photos of outdoor athletes, the kind of images that stand out in the Facebook newsfeed. And they don't even have to create the images themselves, since many are borrowed from and attributed to the athletes, many of whom are social influencers in their own right. It's the perfect product placement. They even have their own clever brand hashtag, Got Your Back. Camelback also does a great job with supplying quality, useful, relevant content for their followers. This is so important because it creates value for brand fans, even if they're not ready to purchase or already have. Informational and educational content from Camelback is a mix of their own material, including video, and info from other experts and sites. Some of it's directly related to Camelback products, like how to clean them, but most are relevant to their general audience of outdoorsy adventurers, like how to deal with altitude change. Make note of that when putting together your content mix. Valuable info for your customers can be quite broad and certainly shouldn't be limited to how-tos on your product or service. Second in our lineup of all-stars is Burt's Bees. You've probably seen their lip balm around, but they make all types of natural, earth-friendly beauty and hygiene products. They're very recognizable because of the bright orangey yellow color used for all their products and branding. Branding is really what makes Burt's Bees stand out, especially on Facebook. This is a company that manages to keep its small-time homegrown feel, which is an impressive feat considering they're now owned by Clorox. Their Facebook posts are a constant reminder of the company's eco-friendly origin story. A bearded Maine beekeeper who started to make lip balm and other products with leftover beeswax. It's a fun story, and it allows customers to connect with something deeper and more meaningful, nature, through a product. Pretty impressive feat. Beyond their Burt-themed content, the company page shares posts that address environmental concerns and natural green living, hitting on subjects that resonate with the target audience. A great example of this is the recycling program, which encourages brand fans to send in their used product containers to be recycled. Of course, Burt's Bees also does some selling on their Facebook page, but they do it in a smart, fun way. Some product posts are informational, like benefits of using a product, but most are fun and playful, which is a great way to fit into your followers' news feeds without feeling like a sales ad. Click on any post and you'll see tons of fans commenting with questions about how to use the product, how it works, who it's recommended for, and so on. And of course, lengthy and very helpful responses from Burt's Bees. They're crushing customer service here, which is really key since the brand is about a friendly, family-owned business that feels intimate, even if it's really huge now. This next one might come as a surprise, since they're not a big brand or well-known. But it's true, the Pacific Northwest Ballet has a brilliant Facebook presence. They do a lot, and it all looks pretty much perfect. Beautiful images, great video, engaging posts, and an inviting brand voice. Many performing arts organizations are actually worth following for Facebook ideas and inspiration, since they're always doing new and creative things. Of course, it helps to have a bevy of ballet dancers at the ready when you need photos or videos to post. But for any business, it's a good lesson on using the resources you have in creative and engaging ways, like this timely image cheering on the Seattle Seahawks. Clever, fun, and yet still beautifully on brand. What's really exciting about the Pacific Northwest Ballet is their use of video and live streaming. As we've mentioned before, creating value for your Facebook fans is critically important. They want to get something out of following you, even if they never buy a thing. The Pacific Ballet shares valuable behind-the-scenes photos and videos. People love behind-the-scenes stuff, but also allows Facebook fans to get sneak peeks at what's on stage at that time. For a performance of the Nutcracker, for example, users could follow along with the many scenes and dances and short video clips posted in succession, almost as if they were sitting in the audience. Pacific Northwest Ballet also recently offered fans a look at rehearsals that are typically closed to the public through a live stream. They gated this exciting exclusive opportunity by asking for an email address to gain access, which is a smart and simple way to gather some leads while providing a great value to the follower. And then they sponsored the post to draw in even more Facebook users beyond their usual audience. This is such a great example of what smart Facebook marketing should be. It's a win-win situation for both the brand and the Facebook fans. And last but not least, how about shifting the focus from large companies and organizations to a small business? We don't all have big budgets and endless resources like the big companies we draw inspiration from, but this local shop is a great example of how much you can do to get your small business off on the right foot with a great Facebook presence. Florence Pie Bar is a pie and pastry shop that opened in September of 2015. This small shop was able to create enough buzz on Facebook to completely sell out for their first few days of business. How's that for bragging rights? Obviously, it helps to be selling mouth-watering pies that people can get excited about, but they're doing great work on Facebook and in the kitchen. Not a lot of businesses would think to start marketing before they open their doors, but Florence Pie Bar is a great example of why you should consider doing just that. Even when this small bakery was just a work in progress, they were building an audience of fans and driving engagement with behind-the-scenes photos of the construction and the design of the business itself. Small businesses can really appeal to Facebook users who want to support local economy and family-owned establishments, and letting the local community in on their creation story just drives that appeal even more. Are you taking advantage of your small business flair in your marketing? You probably should. Once they were up and running, Florence Pie Bar continued to encourage enthusiasm by posting a great mix of images, funny stunts, steps in the baking process, and even taste testing sessions. These types of images help users feel connected to the humans behind the business, which is a good move for any small business. I mean, why pretend you're some big budget brand with endless marketing dollars? Use your resources, even if that's your community spirit, your staff, and your ingenuity. The Pie Bar's Facebook page is also a resource for brand fans who can stop by to see what pies are offered in a given week, how they can buy for holidays, and check out events and new additions. And with that, it's time for a pie break. This is just a handful of businesses who are using Facebook in smart and creative ways. It's worth keeping an eye out for clever advertising and organic content when you're using your own personal Facebook, and follow those brands. Your Facebook strategy should be an evolving thing, and trying out new content and media is a must. Just keep an eye on relevancy and make sure you're tailoring your new ideas to fit your brand and your audience. And then, of course, use Facebook Insights to see if it was a hit or miss. We'll see you on Facebook.